Welcome. Today I'm going to be unboxing this little expansion pack for Islebound. Islebound Metropolis. So let's see what kind of cards are in this expansion. Alright, that didn't take very long at all. Okay, so here's the cards. We have Shipmaker. And we have a Dance Hall. And Beggar's Guild. And Fish Traders. And Mint. I hate that card from Dominion, so that's why I laugh. But maybe I'll like it for this game. University. And then it looks like we have a new brag of your food. So we have a new bragging type of card. So that's cool. I forget exactly what they're called, but we have one of these that are new, so that's good. You can only do this at the particular aisle with the trumpet. So that's cool. We have Wood Shop. We have Church. And we have Stone Cutters. Watch House. Arena. Pigeon Trainers. Oh, that's cool. Chowder House. I like that one. And then it looks like we have some rules. Some extra rules. Metropolis buildings function the same way as standard building cards, with a few changes. For each Metropolis building a player owns, they must first own one standard building. For example, if a player wants to buy a Metropolis building, and they currently have one standard building and one Metropolis building, the player must first gain one more standard building before gaining another Metropolis building. So that's pretty interesting. So this is going to be the rules. So you have to have a standard building before you can get a Metropolis building. And then if you want another Metropolis building, you're going to have to get another standard building. So you're going to, at the end of the game, you're going to have like 4 standard buildings probably, and 4 Metropolis buildings at the most. Unless you can manage to get more than 8 cards or something like that. So that's still pretty cool. It's good to know, for sure. And then we got Treasury. And Homestead. Painter's Guild. Ooh, that's a cool guild. Painter's Guild. Can't say I've seen a Painter's Guild in any other game before. That's for sure. Not even Dominion. Smokery. Ooh, Chocolate Shop. I like that one. And Bookmaker. And then we have some more bragging. Ooh, I'm going to love this brag. Brag of your monsters. So for all the sea serpents you have, you can only have a maximum of 7, but you're going to get 7 of these, and I think it's either reputation or renown or something like that. You're going to get, which is really, really cool, because this is just cool. Definitely awesome. Brag of your monsters. I'm going to like that one a lot. Monastery and Hat Shop and Bandit Hideout. Prison. Fool's Guild. Post Office. Ooh, I love this one. Zoo. Oh, best yet. Let's see, you're going to get +3 of that, and then if you have the most sea serpents at the end of the game. So you're going to get 3 extra of that. I think it's renown. I could be wrong. But we're at 3 extra renown if you have the most sea serpents at the end of the game. So if you don't use all your sea serpents And if you manage to buy the zoo, all the more better, because that's going to be awesome. Okay, so now there's a reason to hold on to your sea serpents if you manage to get this card. It's totally worth it, but only if you have the most. So that's awesome. I like that one already. Okay, so zoo's definitely my favorite. And then we have page 3, rules, gameplay. There are only 3 Metropolis buildings available to gain in the building row. These Metropolis buildings require a player to have 1, 2, or 3 books, depending on where they are in the track. There are never any Metropolis buildings available to gain that require no books. As normal, when a player purchases one of these cards, slide the row to the right and draw a new card, so there are 3 available to buy or build. So that's good to know. So the only way to get Metropolis buildings is to actually get books. So you're going to want to do that. Okay, cool. And then we have Laborers Guild and Council Chamber and Town Square. Yeah, so I think it's Renown. It's what it's called. Naval Academy, which is like the victory points. I'll grab that one momentarily. News Printer. Bookshop. And then we have Setup, page 1 rules. When setting up Islebound, shuffle the Metropolis expansion cards and place them in their own face-down deck just above the deck of standard building cards. Draw 3 Metropolis building cards and place them in their own row above the row of available building cards. Above the book, track tokens in the 1, 2, and 3 book slots. These 3 buildings require 1, 2, and 3 books to buy or build. Interesting. That's cool. So you're still going to need the books to build these cards, obviously. Then we have Outskirts and Garden Maze and Cannon Factory and Cooper, whatever that is. And Lumber Traders and Spy Headquarters, Privateer Lodge. Then we have some additional rules. Again, gameplay. At the end of the game, each Metropolis building a player owns is worth +1 renown. Ha! Got it right, +1 renown. As indicated to the right of the name of the card. For rule questions on specific cards, please visit Islebound page at redribbongames.com. So if I'm going to want additional rules of how certain of these cards work, I'm going to have to get that information from Red Ribbon Games, because it's not going to be, there's no rule book in this expansion pack, except for the 4 cards, obviously. And then, one more card that fell. Courthouse. Okay, so that's all of the cards for the Metropolis expansion. Obviously adds a lot of new cards and a few new bragging cards. You know, the bragging cards are cool because even though you get to brag and get renown for bragging, all of your opponents are also going to get renown too. So when you do this, when you brag of your monsters, the only thing you're going to get that your opponents aren't going to get is this one here. You're going to get 1 extra renown than they could possibly get. Now, they might, if they have more sea serpents than you, when you decide to brag of your monsters, they might get more renown than you do. So it just depends of when you decide to visit the isle that has this trumpet, okay, and decide to brag of your monsters. If you time it right, when they have no sea serpents or have very little, and you have a lot, you're going to get tons of renown, and they're not going to get very much at all because they can't brag about something they don't really have a lot of. So that's still really cool. So knowing when to visit those particular isles is going to be a strategic advantage for sure. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this unboxing video of the expansion pack Metropolis, Islebound Metropolis. So I'll see you guys in the next video.